Hello everyone, we have a 10-game NBA slate for Wednesday. First game, Philly at Charlotte. Philly side, they're going to be healthy for this one, so there aren't going to be any core plays for me. I think in a matchup against Charlotte, which they're pretty small, they do have Cody Zeller back though, but still, Joel Embiid should be able to have his way in this matchup. And Simmons, he can definitely get a triple-double on any game. Seth Curry, 4,600. He's someone that has some tournament appeal because his price is kind of like Duncan Robinson, where when Duncan was around the 4K price, a lot of people were playing him. Seth Curry is similar, just a guy that's going to need to knock down his shots, not too much else. And Charlotte, they do give up a lot of threes, so this could be a matchup where we do see a big Seth Curry 30-point game. But that's really it. Charlotte, Hayward, he's fine, 7,200. He's just playing big minutes. LaMelo Ball, he's going to be probably pretty popular if Terry Rozier were to miss again. Graham deserves ownership as well if Rozier's going to miss it. And Malik Monk probably picking up a lot because of his great game last time. But yeah, I think he shot like 9 for 13, from a 3. So it's really tough to replicate that. You don't need him to shoot that well again to hit value, but Monk, he's just pretty score independent himself. And Cody Zeller, just a very tough match with Joel Embiid. Could definitely get into foul trouble. PJ Washington being out, it definitely can help them go to more Miles Bridges. So they could be a value play, possibly, because they will need some backup center minutes. They could probably just go to Biyombo, though. They did play Caleb Martin last time, also for small ball. Indiana side, they're going to be on a back-to-back, so they really haven't rested anyone. Other than Oladipo, who's not on the team anymore. So I think Sabonis, 8,300, he definitely looks a little bit too cheap. Brogdon, revenge spot for him, but it's already his second year now. And Milwaukee's going to be at full strength. There's definitely a lot of risk anytime you play the Bucks. But if you're playing it straight up, you want to play Giannis, I think it definitely makes sense to play one of Sabonis or Brogdon. Miles Turner at 6,700. He's been having an amazing defensive season. So just based on those blocks and more usage to go around with all the injuries that they have, I think Turner 6,700, he's fine. Jeremy Lamb 5,700, he's been getting a lot of blocks, and I just don't think that's sustainable. Also, this definitely sets up well because Milwaukee, again, they do a lot of threes. Lamb definitely can shoot the ball, but his price isn't really that cheap. Same thing with like Justin Holiday, Jim McConnell. They're just a little bit too expensive now. The Milwaukee side, Giannis 11K, when it's a close game, he's playing pretty good minutes, so he's always going to be a top spend up. Middleton, when he's over 8K, it's kind of a point where I don't want to play him because when Giannis is healthy, it just takes away so much for everyone else. Drew, same thing as well. His price is really up there, so it's really pretty much going to be Giannis, nothing too appealing. Now Dallas side, Luka. 10.8K, even with Porzingis back, he's just going to look great here. Atlanta's a team that we can definitely pick on. They play fast. Defense definitely isn't good enough. Luka has pretty much the same ceiling as Giannis. They're just some of the best fantasy players in the game. I do like Porzingis as well. 7,500. He gets blocks. He can get you like 8-10 rebounds, double-double, bonus, shoot a lot of threes. The bonus here on DK. So I do think he should be more like an 8K player. So I think he's underpriced for this matchup. And Josh Richardson, Dorian Finney-Smith, Maxi Kleber probably going to be limited though. But for these other two guys, J-Rich and DFS, their prices are pretty cheap. I think I'd rather go with DFS here because J-Rich had his big game. No reason why he can't do it again. But when Luka and Porzingis starts playing, I just can't expect J-Rich to have another huge scoring game. In DFS, he can contribute a little bit more of from the other categories, and he hasn't really done anything. And he's going to play big minutes again. He's just one of the better defensive players that they have. So Atlanta, it's the spot where he maybe get some looks because Atlanta, they do defend, or their defense isn't like great, as I said before, but you definitely are going to be focused in on Luka. So at any point, if they're trying to trap or do something, other guys are going to definitely benefit. Now, Atlanta, Trae Young, 9,500, he's fine. Dallas hasn't been as great against point guards recently, so that stat out about defense first point guards, the position, kind of throw that out the window. It's just not really the same right now. Capella, 8,800, he's fine, but I don't think I'm going to go to him. Now, John Collins with Capella in, just someone also I don't want to play. Gallinari, still limited, so I think Cam Reddish you can look to for value. he has some upside because with all the injuries that they have right now, and I just rather take savings for Reddish over Herter. New York and Chicago rematch. Reynolds gonna look good here again against Chicago. He definitely has monster upside. This is a very good pace-up spot. Chicago usually a team that we can definitely target. So I'm gonna like the Knicks here, but the Knicks rotation is pretty hard to figure out. Like you can get Alfred Payton closing, you can get quickly, Burks over Bullock, Noel over Robinson. So pretty much everyone on here is their tournament play. Randall, his price isn't that cheap, so I don't think he really play him in cash either. Chicago, Zach LaVine, a little bit cheaper now. I don't want to go to Laurie, 7,100. He's just shooting really well, and New York's a very significantly paced down spot, and also their defense has been pretty solid. And Thaddeus Young, I know he's been having three great games. I don't want to play Thad. Like, he's just not this type of player. I know that Gafford hasn't been playing well, so Thad's really been benefiting, but you have to be serious here. Thad is not this type of player, so I don't want to go for him. For the Clippers, they will be on a back-to-back, so Kawhi, because he didn't rest last time when they were in the same scenario, maybe he plays this time, but this is the Cavs, so they could probably win this game without him. So in that case, Paul George is going to be a core play. You can definitely look to Lou as well, but we don't have that news right now, so it's just going to be wait and see for the entire team. For the Cavs, also same situation because we don't know Drummond's status. With Leonard Nance out, do expect that Taurean Prince is going to start again, but 4,900, I think there's still some upside. He's been playing really well when he's been getting the minutes. Isaac Okoro, 3,700, someone else that could be a value play. And if Drummond were to miss, then we can go right back to Jared Allen. And the usage, it actually helps Sexton and Garland a lot. So I do like Garland a lot. His price is very affordable. And there's still no Patrick Beverly, so we don't have to worry about that defense. And JaVale McGee, if Drummond is out, if Allen gets to the foul trouble or something weird happens, he could definitely benefit. Washington, they're going to be on a back-to-back as well. So Westbrook, he probably will rest. And in that case, Bradley Beal's going to be a core play. Yes, Heat are getting a little bit healthier. Could see Jimmy Butler on Beal, but one-on-one matchups, Jimmy Butler, regular season game, that's not something that I'm going to fear. And then everyone else, Ish Smith probably going to start them. He's rolling those out. He's probably going to play, maybe upwards of high 20s, low 30s in minutes. He's going to be a pretty good value play. The center rotation, again, it's really complicated with Wagner, Lopez, and Len. And then they also go small with Bertans, Hachimura. So it's really hard to target one of the bigs. Bertans, 5K. He's just not shooting well. When it does all come together, he's going to be definitely a very good tournament play. And then Denny Avdia, 3,500. His usage goes up a lot, and we've seen that in the past. He's had some pretty solid games. So at 3,500, I think it's definitely a good value play. For the Heat side, most of these guys are probable. So it kind of sucks because Washington's a team that we want to target, but with them being pretty much healthy, it's kind of tough to go to Bam at this price. Butler, he's not really that cheap, so he's not going to be a core play because Hero and Dragic are in. None, obviously not. And Olynyk, maybe, for tournaments. I think it's probably Butler or Olynyk because Olynyk starts at the 4. This isn't really a matchup that I expect to get a lot of minutes, but, even if he plays 25 minutes, he can definitely smash at this price tag, 4,800. He's actually a pretty productive player, but definitely it sucks that all these guys are healthy because it's going to hurt Olynyk's ceiling. And then the next group of games, Houston, they're going to be without John Wall. So the last time that Wall was out, we saw Eric Gordon start. Probably going to see the same thing. And he's going to get a big boost, Oladipo as well. Wood usage, but the minutes, they'll still play a lot of Cousins. So that's just hurts Wood's minutes. So I think Oladipo is going to look really good here. Eric Gordon as well. But I don't think Gordon's going to be a core play because he's just so shot dependent. And Oladipo, more assists, just more ball handling opportunities. He's not limited at all. And if this game does blow out, I definitely do think Oladipo has to be doing a whole lot of that blowing out. So pretty much Oladipo here, some Gordon. And then for OKC, they're going to build out SGA and George Hill. So it's going to help the usage of Horford, Bazley, Maladon. Probably we're going to see Diallo enter the lineup. So I do like Diallo. I think there's definitely some blowout risk. But hopefully, that doesn't happen. And because this game, there are injuries. So I think we definitely need to take advantage of the value and not be too concerned about the blowout. I think Dort's fine, 4,400, probably going to be needed to play heavy minutes against Oladipo, but I think my favorite plays are going to be Diallo, Baisley, Horford. And then on to Minnesota, Naz Reid, he's probable. We don't know if he's going to start because he was on a minutes limit last time. D'Lo questionable, but he was questionable last time and he started. So if D'Lo's in 1,600, it's very appealing. I know he hasn't been great, but we just can't deny the fact that he has a monster ceiling when Towns is out. If he's going to be out, Beasley's going to be a better play. And then Anthony Edwards probably still starting. So 5,400, he's fine, blowout proof. And then onto the Spurs. They're going to be without Aldridge, and that just means that there's going to be a lot more usage open up for everyone, and especially for DeRozan. Murray's going to look good too, but Derek White's back, and it's just really hurting the minutes for Murray. Keldon Johnson's going to be a little bit safer because I think the chance that he closes is a lot more high, or more, it's just increased. And then Jakob Poeltl, 4,600, he's probably going to be the top play of the slate. If Jared Allen is out, then yeah, we have to consider, Andre Drummond is out, then we have to consider Jared Allen, because center, we can only roster 2 of them. So, it's an opportunity cost thing, but Minnesota, very good matchup, or for center. So I really do like Poeltl. And then I think Derek White, he hasn't shot well, but still, he's pretty much limited on his minutes. And 4,400, it's just, it feels a little bit cheap though, but I don't think there's like a huge ceiling for him. Now for Phoenix, Devin Booker, he's been back now. He's the second game back, so I do expect him to play a little bit more minutes. More usage is going to go his way, so I'm not going to be on Chris Paul. John Drain is fine, especially if Steven Adams is going to be out. They're going to have to play Jackson Hayes, Guillermo Hernan Gomez, so it's just going to be a lot easier of a matchup. I think Bridges will be fine, 5,400. He definitely has 40-point upside. Crowder, not so much. Cam Johnson also just not really that appealing now. For the Pelicans side, I think Ingram, the preferred option over Zion here. Bledsoe, Lonzo, still when they're under 6K, I do have interest in them, but Chris Paul, definitely a good defender, so that's one hit. And then Bridges, Crowder, they do have some good defenders on the Suns side. Steven Adams, he's questionable. If he's in, I do have some interest at 5,400, as long as he's not limited. Josh Hart, 4,500. When Adams is out, they'll be fine playing Zion at center and just putting Josh Hart. So I do like Hart's value at 4,500, but I definitely have to put him behind Poeltl. And then Jackson Hayes, Hernan Gomez, both of them, they're going to be value plays, but they're not going to be that great because they're not like the minimum, and Poeltl's just going to be a lot better. For the last game in Boston, they're not back-to-back. Kemba Walker's been limited under 30 minutes, so there's a chance he could sit on this back-to-back. In that case, Tatum, Jaylen Brown, they're going to look really good. Jeff Teague probably starts. He would be a very good value play. He should start in Sacramento, just one of the best matchups that we can target. So I think definitely we're going to have to monitor this situation. And then for the Kings, Fox 8,500. The Celtics are without Marcus Smart, so it's going to be a lot easier for opposing teams really, for when they play against the Celtics. And for everyone else, Holmes, we can definitely target centers against Boston. Barnes is fine. Bagley, he was ejected last time, so his minutes should be better. Halliburton looks good as well. Whiteside 3,600, pretty productive. Something were to happen to Holmes, he's going to be a very good play. But again, center is just kind of a spot where I kind of want to go with Poeltl and Jared Allen if he's going to start. So for the main plays right now, not knowing all the rest situations, I'm going to have to put in from that Houston OKC game. I just think there's value here, so we're going to put in Victor Oladipo at point guard, and then going to put in Diallo at the small forward position because I have to go with Bradley Beal because it seems pretty likely that Russell Westbrook is going to be out because he's just been resting the entire time. And then the value play for the center position is going to be Poeltl, and it's going to be Tatum. I'll update this if Kemba is going to be in. So that's going to be the core 5 right now for this Wednesday 10 gamer. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below before you go. And if you have any questions, comment down below. You can also at me on my Twitter at Boffles. Link will be in the description below. So thank you guys for watching, and good luck on the site. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.